do you want to explain what is awareness?
Well, for the most part, awareness starts with paying attention, and it doesn't have anything to do with philosophy or religion. It just has to do with your own inner state of consciousness. And if you start paying attention, you start to notice your thoughts, and if you're really paying attention, you start to notice your old patterns. And before you know it, then you become aware of something bigger, and that is a correlation between the thoughts and the patterns and what's actually going on in your life every moment. And as you become more conscious of that, you'll be able to see that those patterns are limiting your life. So your awareness keeps building out and out and out. And conversely, as you're looking at your patterns, you're also starting to be aware of how you feel in the free state. And awareness is not thinking, it's all felt sense. It's all how it feels to you, what feels true to you, what feels real to you, what feels off to you. And then developing curiosity cultivates awareness too. So if something feels off and you ask yourself, what felt off about that person? Then all of a sudden things start coming to mind about, oh, I didn't like the way that person's tone affected me. They had a tone of voice I didn't like. Just different things like that. And so you'll start to be more aware that there are a lot of subtleties around you that are affecting you. And then you pay attention to your own tone of voice. Do I have a sharp edge in my voice? Do I speak in a gentle way? How am I conveying my speech? So again, awareness goes out both in a trapped state and in a free state. And so you start to experience the contrast between those two states of awareness. And as you build those contrasting states, then you can make a choice. Am I going to stay in a pattern in this moment? Or am I going to take a deep breath and relax right back into present time, not go down that old road, and actually experience what's here to exchange with this other person or in this situation? So those choice points become pivotal along the path.
I have a question. Now, it seems to me that the first step might be looking at your own authenticity. How are you relating to your personal journey here? It is the very first step. That's why I'm getting a little bit.
Yes, and as you become more present, you start to see who's really here. Like, oh, I'm really not an angry person, even though when I'm in pattern, I'm angry. And I'm in pattern a lot, so it looks like I'm an angry person. But now I'm more present, and I'm not as angry anymore. I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm not even an angry person. So then that move toward what's really real, what feels authentic, starts to build on itself like everything else in awareness work. If I can be more real in my emotional body, how about being more real in my career choices or in the way I handle money or whatever, so I don't feel like I'm being pushed around?
A question. Now, when you're talking about how someone reacts in their world, how can you describe this sense of experiencing something they have experienced before, but in a real moment of being there in a free state, meaning that this has never happened before, this is not fixed, this is a floating moment in time? How can you describe the difference between reacting from an ego pattern versus being in the moment? And again, it's a situation that they have been in before.
That's an excellent question, because that presents us with our contrasting states. If I'm in pattern, I'm going to feel reactive. I'm going to feel like it's a knee-jerk response to the situation. If I'm present with it, I'm going to feel relaxed in it. I'm going to be a little bit curious about where this situation's going to go and what experience is going to actually unfold here. So that's basically the contrasting states of being present versus being in a reactive pattern.